Hey everybody, this is Caleb Johnson. I want to share a simple way how you can tackle fear. It's very quickly and very simple. Anyone can do it. I want to share it with you guys. It works all the time, and it definitely will get you to take an action very, very quickly. Okay, guys. So I want to share that with you. Let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to you want to identify what is it that you fear. So whatever it is that you fear, you want to identify it, and you want to just kind of gather all the things that you fear. If you fear something in your business, if you fear something, just an object or a person or place or thing, or you fear whatever you fear, you want to just idolize it and just have it in your head. And then the next thing you want to do, you want to write it down. You want to write down everything that you fear, because writing it down on a piece of paper uh, not only acknowledges that you have it, but bringing it out into the light, but it externalizes the fear. Okay, and it takes the fear from the dark lurking places in the back of your mind where it has power over you out into the light of the day outside of you. So where the power over, so you have power over the fear, so take control over it by writing it down. So write it down. So if you're, for example, if you fear of making calls, you fear of just picking up the phone, you fear of just calling your upline, downline, sideline, whoever you're calling, or whatever you fear, just write it down. Okay, and the next step you want to do, you want to feel the fear. Okay, you want to feel it. Now what I want you to do, I want you to repeat to yourself, there's nothing wrong with having this fear. Okay? Just remember that, because now allow yourself to feel it and experience it fully. Back into the back in this fear. I want you to feel it. Okay? It isn't as bad as you think. It's just a part of you, but it doesn't control you. But so you need to feel it and let yourself know and repeat this to yourself. There's nothing wrong with having this fear. Okay, many people have this fear. You're not the only one that has this fear. You're probably the only one. You seem like you're the only one that has this fear, but no one else. Uh, everyone has a different fears in their life. So I want you to repeat it to yourself. Say, look, there's nothing wrong with having this fear. I have it. You identify in it that you do have it, which is awareness, which is great. Okay. After you do that, now you want to ask yourself this question: what's the worst thing that can happen? Okay. Now, what's the worst thing that can happen to on your list of all the fears that you have? Now, just often it's not as bad as you think. Do you fear, failing in your career? What would happen if you did? You fear making calls and getting no's. So what would happen if you did? Do you fear being rejected by someone of the opposite sex, or what would happen if you did? Or um, do you fear not being able to make ends meet, or whatever it is that you have on your list that you have wrote it down? You face that, you step into it, you identified it for awareness, and now you're going to ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen on each of your fear that you're going to do, that you experience, that you continuously think about all the time? What's the worst that can happen? Okay, and then after that, you're going to prepare yourself for battle. Du-du-du-du-du. And you're just going to do it. Okay, you're gonna do it anyway, okay? Because feel the fear and do it anywhere, okay? Anyway, okay? To beat the fear, you have to just do it. All right. So you want to prepare yourself for battle because you have identified the fear. You said to yourself, "I have a fear." You wrote it down, and then you ask yourself, "What's the worst that could happen?" You figured that out. Now you just need to do it, because the best way to identify and the best way to conquer fear is just to do it anyway, even though you feel it and you fear it. Okay? Doing it anyway is the best way to get over your fear. And but after you have written it down and looking at it, so when you're about to do what you need to do that you're supposed to do, you can just be at before you start, look at what you have written down. You say, well, I fear A, B, C, and D and E, and then you have one, two, three, four, five right next to it of the things that's the worst that can happen. So when you're about to do what you need to do or do what is that you fear, then you look on the other side of your piece of paper that you're split in half. You see one part that you fear and one part is the worst that can happen. And you look at it, and you say, well, this is what I'm feeling right now. What's the worst that can happen to that? Well, that's the worst that could happen. So let me go ahead and make it happen. Just do it. All right, I'm feeling this way again. Oh man, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, that's the worst gonna happen. Okay, let's just do it. I'm feeling this way about this. What's the worst that can happen? You refer back to your notes. You say, okay, that's the worst that could really happen. So that's not that bad. So let me do it. That's the best way, guys, to prepare yourself for battle and just do it. Do that what you fear. Write it down. Identify it. What's the worst can happen? Keep your notes in front of you. And then when you're about to feel that way, look at your notes and look at what's the worst that can happen and just do it. Guys, this is Caleb Johnson. If you got value from this, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll never miss another video again. And if you're struggling to find people to talk to in your business, don't worry. Shoot over to calebjohnsononline.com and download my webinar showing you how to get unlimited leads for free with your library card, guys. This is epic. It's pretty awesome. Go ahead and check that out. When I first saw it, I was like, get out of here. But this is incredible. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great week. Take care. Bye bye.